Magic108fm.com. I'm Earl the Pearl. Welcome to the Magic Market Broadcasting Briefing. It is time for us to learn how to be broadcasters. Once again, every week we do this and we get together. Today, we're going to talk about time management and procrastination. We've all done it. We all procrastinate at one time in our lives, and it's anti-productive. We have to admit that. You don't produce procrastinating, and it's just as simple as that. And we have to minimize procrastination as much as possible in business. If we're able to produce a radio show, start a radio station, entertain clients, and make sure that they are addressed, we can't procrastinate while we do that. It's just not feasible, and it's anti-productive. Well, we've got some tips and techniques so that you help yourself avoid procrastination. It's the ABC method. It's a powerful priority setting technique that you can use every single day. And this technique is simple and effective, and all by itself can make you one of the most efficient and effective people in your field. The power of this technique lies in its simplicity, and here's how it works. You start with a list of everything you have to do for the coming day. Think on paper. You then place an A, B, or C before each item on your list before you begin the first task. You determine your priorities. Now, the A item is defined as something that is very important. This is something that you must do. This is a task for which there can be serious consequences if you do it or fail to do it, like visiting a key customer or finishing a report for your boss that she needs for an upcoming board meeting. These are things that we call frogs in your life. If you have more than one A task, you prioritize these tasks by writing A1, A2, A3, and so on in front of each item. Your A1 task is your biggest, ugliest frog of all. Number 2, then you decide on your secondary tasks. The B item is defined as a task that you should do, but it only has mild consequences. These are what we call the tadpoles of your work life. This means that someone may be unhappy or inconvenienced if you don't do it, but it's nowhere as important as an A task. Returning an unimportant phone call or reviewing your email message would be a B task. This rule is that you should never do a B task when there is an A task left undone. You should never be distracted by a B task when you have to have an A task done. Analyze the consequence of doing it is number 3. The C task is defined as something that would be nice to do, of which there are no consequences at all, whether you do it or not. The C task includes phoning a friend, having coffee or lunch with a coworker, or completing some personal business during work hours. This sort of activity has no effect at all on your work life. After you have applied the ABC method to your list, you will now be completely organized and ready to get more important things done faster. Now, the last but not least is the D selection. You have A, B, C, D. And I've included the D selection because you don't want to do it. Those things that you should not be doing at all. Don't do those things while you're working. Those things are counterproductive. Don't do the D's. The key to making the ABC method work is for you to discipline yourself to start immediately on your A1 task and then stay at it until it's complete. Use your willpower to get going and stay going on this one job, the most important single task you could possibly be doing. Eat that frog. Don't stop until it's finished completely. Your ability to think through, analyze your work list, and determine your A1 task is the springboard to higher levels of accomplishment, greater self-esteem, self-respect, and personal pride. When you develop the habit of concentrating on your A1, your most important activity, you will start getting more done than any 2 or 3 people around you, for sure. These are your exercises now. Review your list right now and put an A, B, or C next to each task or activity. Select your A1 job or project and begin on it immediately. Discipline yourself to do nothing else until this job is complete. Practice this ABC method every day and on every work or project list before you begin work for the next month. By that time, you will have developed the habit of setting and working on your highest priority tasks, and your future will be assured. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't do the D's, only the ABCs. And so that completes our program for this week. And you can start prioritizing and stop procrastinating. And procrastination lies in not prioritizing what's most important. When you start prioritizing most important, you start writing it down, you start really visualizing it, seeing yourself taking care of your A's and your B's and your C's, and you put them all in order, you definitely will be successful. Earl Z. Pearl on the Magic Market Broadcasting Briefing. We'll see you next week.